Hey, welcome back to the Curiosity Cave. I'm curious about making extra money. I'm going to turn all these random objects into cash. So can you. I'm going to show you how. I've been doing this for a number of years. In fact, I've been doing it so long and had great success that I've had other people, family members and friends say, hey, can you post this and I'll give you a percentage. This past year, I've sold tens of thousands of dollars worth of things, cars and other big ticket items. But what I want you to understand is you can sell anything. Don't assume that what can be sold is worthless. I mean, my wife and I kind of go back and forth on this, and she says, hey, you need to sell this. And I look at it and go, oh my goodness, nobody would want that. First thing you need to do when you're selling things is set up an account. Setting up an account is super easy. Craigslist is simply, an email and a password, and you're set up. This is my Craigslist account. Right now, I probably have 25 items that are listed, and you can see them right here. I have a life jacket. I have a book, a recipe book. I have a couple signs. A Harley model, which is kind of like a toy, $10. As you can see, none of this is necessarily big ticket items, but $5, $10, $20, $40, $60 adds up every day. So set up your account and start a new posting. You start the new posting in the upper right corner, and it's pretty easy. New posting in the Seattle, Washington section, right here, new posting. When you come to that, it'll ask you, where are you located? What type of thing are you selling and what category should it be in? If you're unsure of that, look up your item on Craigslist and find out where other people are categorizing your item. The next thing is you fill out the information and description. So this is how I do it. If I'm selling, say, a basketball, well, I figure other people might be selling basketballs. How are they describing them? Some might be describing them fairly poorly, and some might be describing them fairly well. Some might have too little information, others way too much. And so glean from them and write your own ad in your own words. And you can look for other things in other ads. And if you want to get rid of something quick, get below their price. If you want to get maximum dollar, get above their price. Write a great ad. When you describe something, make sure you use appropriate descriptions, adjectives, be positive. Never say that, well, this thing is crummy or this thing is falling apart. Guess what? People will believe you and your stuff won't sell. I've used things like timeless. This 12 Disciples, that's a timeless piece. A bobblehead. Well, it's a unique part of Seattle history, okay? So use adjectives, measure, make sure you use correct grammar and spelling. If you use run-on sentences, you don't know where something starts and where something ends, and correct grammar gives your audience a degree of intelligence about who you are and what you are doing. And last of all, describe the condition. Is this new? Well, put that right up front. Is it used? I recently sold some shelving. There were a lot of stains and it had a lot of issues. I said, well, it comes with a lot of character. And the person who bought that understood that, and so they understood that this was not a perfect setup, but I didn't have to tear it down. So again, use good language. So here's a great reminder about pictures. You want them to be high quality. You want them from different angles. And for instance, a smaller item like this really pops on this black background. If we had a dark object, we would want it on a light background. And you always want to be aware of what's in the background. Whether you're selling a car, if you have a junk pile next to it, it's going to look junky. Take it to the beach. Take it to a setting where the car is shown off. Use different perspectives. Most things look better from low to high on a perspective that makes things look longer and more elegant. So use your pictures to say 1,000 words. How does your description look on a phone or on a screen? Let me show you some examples. Let's look at a posting here on the screen that I did and I sold today. This was the trunk. You can see that I've used some very clear pictures, some up close. It gives the person a good view of what's being sold. I share all of the angles, up, down, sideways, zoom in, and of course inside. And then as I begin to describe it, this piece is over 50 years old, real leather straps. People might want that. Great patina, great word. All the latches are functional. I'm building this up. The trunk is very versatile. Well, you want to help people think outside the box. It could be inside. It could be used for outside, undercover, or a display piece. I even suggested it could be made into a table. And you also notice that this is not one large paragraph. There's individual sentences. Well, let me give you some examples of some of the other ads on Craigslist, and we'll kind of pick them apart and give their pros and cons. Here's a motorcycle helmet. Okay, there's 4 pictures. We'll look at those first. And I'll just tell you that I don't think these pictures are super good because they're very similar, they're far away, and they're not helpful, although I think the mirror adds some depth. Notice also how this is described. Motorcycle helmet, DOT, there's the number, size, and it's black. How about the description? How long have you owned it? What is the inside like? There's, the outside is glossy. Descriptive words. Let's take a look at another ad, and this is tire chains. Now, tire chains can be a very good sell, especially during the winter. All of your ad can be seasonal in nature. This ad's pretty good. It lists clearly the information, an up-close view of all the sizes and what this might fit. Again, close-up pictures, and everything is in the bag because they're featuring this as a new product. Here is the description. The only thing I would change is take each of these sentences and make them stand alone. And here's our final example. This is a really good example, I think. Notice the pictures. When you take pictures, you want them from a perspective that will enhance what you're selling. Notice this Harley looks like it's 20 feet long. Well, that would be a good thing, low and lean. And it was taken in the sunshine, so you're getting all the beauty of the paint, and you're getting all sides. The person doing this ad does a great job describing it, what was done, what was added, what the features are, why I should buy it if I'm a person interested in purchasing a Harley Road King. So as you do that, you'll end up with how do people contact you? Well, the way I do it is I want as many avenues of response. So I say email me, text me, give me a call. Some people aren't confident, or they're not open to one means of communication, but they're open to another means. So make it easy for your audience to respond to you. And when they do respond to you, get right back with them. So many times people say, thank you for your quick response. People are interested. Treat their interest with respect and honor. Before you publish your ad, look at it. You can display it and make changes. You can always edit it. Does it look good to you? Learn how good ads are put together and grow in this. Finally, update your listing regularly. Meaning, you might think of something. Oh, I didn't put 6 shelves on that listing. I figured people would look at the picture. If your item isn't selling, well, guess what? Figure out why.
too high of price, too low, not described accurately? Is it a seasonal item? Are you trying to sell snowballs in the summer? Nobody's going to buy those things. You know, when boating season comes, if you have boating items, sell them, and so on. Finally, as people respond to you, learn to respond well to others. Be gracious. You'll have a variety of responses. Trust me, some are ready to buy. Some are simply interested and want more information. Others, quite frankly, are time wasters and flakes, and you just let those go. Learn to negotiate. I had an item sell yesterday. It was listed for $20. He offered me 10. I said, let's do 15. We agreed, and everybody was happy. So remember, every person who comes to your door to purchase something is going to offer you money. Think about that, for stuff that you don't need or want anymore. So be gracious. So here's the question I want to leave you with. What's in your house? What do you mean, what's in your house? Well, walk through your house. We walk through our house all the time. What do we need? What don't we need? We look at our storage. And it reminds me of a story found in the Bible in 2 Kings chapter 4. And it's this man came to this woman's house. And he asked this question, what's in your house? And her first response was, I have nothing. And then after considering the question, she thought again. She said, I have a small jar with a little olive oil. Well, that small jar and olive oil was used to pay off all of her debts. And she wasn't aware that what was in her house was money to provide for her and her family. I want you to be curious about life, and you can be curious about how to make extra money just like me, and learn this art and be successful. So thanks for joining us. I appreciate it. You have a great day.